What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. It's Shane. We are live here in the Operation Passive Income Facebook group. We're also live over in the YouTube channel. And tonight we are going to be talking about how to build an email funnel from scratch. I'm actually going to do this as a demo. I'm going to walk you all the way through from start to finish to where you're going to have an email list, set up a tag so that the right people are tagged for the thing that you just had them sign up for, how to create a full email sequence. We're actually going to talk about the soap opera sequence in this video tonight. And then we're going to set it up to where it's kind of ready to go. Okay. So if you guys are joining me live, make sure you toss out hashtag live. If you're catching this on the replay, put out hashtag replay. I'm super excited for tonight. It's kind of a email marketing month here in the group. So if you're catching me on YouTube, if you haven't joined yet, make sure you go to down in the description. We've got the link to the free Facebook group, the Operation Passive Income Facebook group. Make sure you join because I put a whole bunch of extra content in there. I've got a lot of plans for that group. It's just about at 150 members. So thank you to everybody who's joined that already. And over on the YouTube side, just want to say thank you to all of the new subscribers. We are close to 300 subscribers. Really excited about that. Super small YouTube channel, but it's growing, which is pretty cool. So hey, Charlotte, glad to have you live. Hey, Michelle, happy to have you. So I see we've got some people watching. Awesome. Don't be shy. Don't be one of the lurkers that are out there. Okay. Make sure you say hello. Put in that hashtag live. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Listen, I've said it time and again. Email marketing is the most important pillar when it comes to those 4 pillars of online marketing, right? We've talked about it before. So I'm excited that we're going to be kind of starting off some of the real tactical content here in the group on email marketing because it's so damn important. Okay. Just going to lay that out there. So, hey, Facebook user, just want to go ahead and say up in the Facebook description, it says, hey, we're streaming on StreamYard. For me to see your name, I need you to click that link. I really want to make sure that we interact together. So make sure you go through and hit that so I know who you are when you say hello. Hey, Ina, happy to have you guys. All right. I'm going to try and not have this be a super long live. So we're going to try and build a full email funnel from start to finish fairly quickly, right? Now, if you guys haven't seen yet, or if you're still kind of hesitant on the idea of email marketing, make sure you guys check out the video that I posted yesterday, okay? The 7 crucial reasons why you need an email list. Number 1, I'm just going to give you the quick recap. I go into it a lot more deep in the video. But number 1, you own your list, okay? This email list is an asset that you can take with you no matter how you progress, no matter where you go in your business. Super important, right? Number 2, you don't have to count on social media algorithms to make sure your message is out there. You get to deliver it straight up, one-on-one, right to your people, right into their inbox, right? Number 3, your subscribers already said yes to you. They want to hear what else you have to say, which is awesome, right? Number 4, email has the highest ROI out of any marketing channel. In fact, it's 40 times more effective, has a 40 times better return on your investment than Facebook or Instagram. And 78% of online marketers say Instagram's their biggest channel, right? Pretty cool. Number 5, it can be highly targeted. You can sequence and tag people who come into your list for several things. Number 6, helps you build the know, like, and trust faster, a whole lot better, whole lot faster. And number 7, once they're on your list, you can drive people to whatever it is you want to see. If you've got a live, like I'm doing tonight, if you got a new blog post, a new video, a new product, something's on sale, you got something going on in your group, now you can directly let people know and you can point them wherever it is you want them to go find it, right? So super awesome there. But tonight, like I said, we're going to be building an email funnel from start to finish, right? That's going to be the biggest thing. So let's talk about what it takes to have an email funnel, right? What are the biggest things that you need? Well, first and foremost, you're going to need a landing page, okay? Now, whether you're signing up through Convertkit, which I recommend, okay? If you're watching on YouTube, if you haven't signed up with an email provider yet, there is a link for you guys down in the description. You get 30 days free, and it supports the group when you when you click the link, right? But you're going to need a landing page. You're going to need an email sequence. You're going to need to know how to tag people, okay? That's the simplest form of an email funnel just to kind of get people into your ecosystem. So that's what I'm going to take you guys through tonight and show you how you can do that to convert sales. I'm also going to show you how you can put together a 5 email sequence called the soap opera sequence that kind of builds everything up, gets people excited. And so when you come in for the offer, you've got them primed and ready to go for a sale, right? Because that's what we're kind of here to do, is kind of hit the sale, right? So I'm going to take you guys behind the scenes here. I'm going to show you guys our email marketing platform so you can kind of see this. And when it comes to your email list or your landing pages, I can promise you, you're not going to stop with one, okay? You'll actually find you're going to probably end up building several of these for your business, and they're all going to come with a different purpose, right? You're going to think of a different thing you can give away for free. You can give maybe a giveaway that you can get somebody to sign up on a landing page. And then from there, where do you kind of point them, right? So I want to show you guys just how many landing pages we've kind of built. So this is the back office of me and my wife's business. Okay. So you can kind of see here, this shows a little graph of how many people we have signing up. You know, we've signed up, we've got a little over 4,700 on our list as of today. We've had 89 new in the last 30 days, 52 in the last 7 days. We had a good week there, and 1 new email subscriber today. But every one of these blocks is a form or a landing page. Okay. Every single one of these is a form. And so we've built several, because each one has a different purpose, right? Each one kind of does its own thing. And some of them are forms that are embedded in a web page. Some of them are actual landing pages. Okay. So what's a landing page? A landing page is a single 1-page website with an opt-in form where you can actually exchange something of value, some sort of freebie or entry into a giveaway in exchange for somebody's email address. And that sounds kind of intimidating, right? To go build a 1-page website. These companies make it super easy, and that's what I'm going to kind of walk you guys through, okay? So as you can see, we've built tons of these, and we actually were on MailChimp and Aweber before, so all of those old ones are gone and dead. We've switched over to Convertkit. Highly recommend it. I think it's probably the easiest, lowest learning curve, if you would say, right? And the automations just work really easy, okay? Now, before we jump in, I'm actually going to switch myself over to my account. So let's go ahead and do that real fast. And we're going to log into mine. And from here, I want to walk you guys through, right? Step 1 is having a landing page. Step 2 is having a freebie in order to exchange, in order to do it, okay? So I'll show you even a couple of them that I've set up. So number 1, I actually set up this one for this week's content, is an email marketing launch checklist. If you guys have not gotten this yet, make sure you go and do that. I have this set for free over in the group. You can just download the file, or you guys can always go to the website, operationpassiveincome.com, and get this week's freebie. But this week's freebie is actually an email marketing launch checklist. Look at how easy that is, right? Make it super simple. But this is basically a landing page. I'm going to go ahead and go into preview mode real fast so you can kind of see it, right? So I've got a little graphic here of the email marketing launch checklist, essential steps to succeed faster. Get this free checklist now. Start building your email list today. And it gives you a spot for a name, an email address, and then download now. And then a couple little pieces of information as far as what this is about, what do you get, all those things. Makes it pretty simple, right? And if you have any questions, guys, if I'm going too fast, slow me down, hit me up in the comments, and I can slow it down a little bit, okay? But this is basically a simple landing page, and then that's what we're going to build tonight, okay? I'm going to show you just how easy this is with Convertkit. So let's go ahead and create new. We're going to make our landing page, and I'm going to walk you through this step by step. So in Convertkit, you have 2 options. You can do this as a form, which a form is typically embedded. So if you've already got your own full website or a sales page or a landing page that you host yourself somewhere else, use a form. If you don't have one of those, create yourself a landing page. And with Convertkit, you get unlimited landing pages. You can do as many of them as you want. And they give you all of these different templates to choose from, okay? So depending on what it is you're doing, If you're sending somebody up for an event or a newsletter, they've got a newsletter option here. If you've got a product you're trying to sell, a webinar, you've got an ebook, whatever the case may be, you kind of have some different options here. Or you can just scroll through all of the different templates, okay? And we're going to find kind of an easy one for tonight. We don't need to get too crazy with this. This one actually looks pretty good right here, this Columbia. And you can go through and you can actually preview these before you actually, commit to one, right? So this is just kind of a very simple landing page designed for non-designers. So I think this looks good. So we're going to go ahead and set this up and we're going to choose this one. Okay. And when you choose it, you're going to see that it's very generic. It's actually the same as what we just saw in there. We just have to kind of go through and change a couple pieces of this. So first, we can actually replace this Convertkit. We can replace that with our own logo. Okay. So when you come in here, you can see this replace button. So I'm going to start here on this Convertkit, this very top box. And we're going to replace this. And we're going to go find my logo here real fast. Okay. All right, let's go images. So we're going to go to my logos. And I believe this is a PNG. So we're going to use this one. There's my OPI. And then I can put in here exactly what it is I'm going to sell, right? If I'm looking to sell something or get somebody to sign up for something, this one I'm actually going to replace with, I did this very simple little thing in Convertkit earlier. Hit cancel. And we're going to call this the Simple Online Business Plan. Okay, this is actually something I am working on. And so we're just going to pretend like that's what we're doing. And we are going to download just page one so that we just have a picture of it. So we're going to download that from Canva. If you guys don't have Canva yet, man, I highly recommend it. We use Canva for everything. Our YouTube thumbnails, all of our freebies, all of our graphics, logos, brand kits, everything goes through Canva. So if you're not on Canva, that is $12 a month that I would say is probably the best you'll ever spend. Okay. All right. But we're going to go ahead and go to my downloads and we're going to select the Simple Online Business Plan. And pow, look at how good that looks, right? Now, I don't like this design for non-designers. We're going to say this is actually download the Simple Online Business Plan. Okay. I can actually try and come up here and maybe center this a little bit. And then also, as we go back to general styles, a couple of things you're going to see is this form background, right? If you have brand templates that you already like to use, you can actually use those. Can't remember mine exactly off the top of my head. 9AB. Some sort of a blue, somewhat darker blue, right? So let's go with that blue. That looks pretty good. And then I can also change the button, right? So if I've got a button, you guys know that I like my lime green. So we're going to go ahead and toss that in there. Actually, I want that as the background color, not as the... And we're going to make that black. Cool. And so now we've got a blue background and a green subscribe button, exactly kind of where I'm sitting in. And then you can take your time and you can add in your context here. And it's super easy. You guys will see this little plus sign. Okay. When you've got this little plus sign, you can actually create new blocks. Okay. And in these blocks, you have options to put in an image or a file, a button, links. If you've got a product to sell, Convertkit actually allows you to put in a product. So you can actually sell directly from a landing page as well. If you've got a digital product that you want to sell directly from it, you absolutely can. Okay. But this allows you to just kind of go through and customize the website and say the Simple Online Business Plan, the step-by-step guide to help you launch your biz in less than 30 days, right? And I can add in a whole bunch of extra stuff, make it really simple, okay? you'll learn about, and then you can add in all of your concepts, things of that nature. Okay. And this is basically the steps that you're going to take to design your landing page. But from there, let's say that this is a freebie that you're giving away. You're always going to need a freebie when it comes to signing up people on your email list. Okay. And I want to just reemphasize this for a second. Always create yourself a freebie. Now, you'd be surprised at how easy it is to come up with a different freebie. In fact, I've been putting together a freebie every week since we launched Operation Passive Income 4 weeks ago. And it's honestly, it's just kind of either a step-by-step guide, or you're diving in a little bit deeper on a piece of content. Maybe you've got a list of subject lines or whatever the case may be. And you can use Canva to really create any of these. I'll actually show you guys a couple of the different options that I've set up for freebies here. This one is the 4 pillars of marketing. Okay. So it's just a PDF that I created in Canva, and it's kind of a walkthrough guide with some extra information, right? This is a freebie on one of my videos. Another one was the modeling behavior worksheets that we put together, right? So this is a worksheet guide that kind of shows you how to go through your top 3 competitors, your top 3 mentors, talks about the 4 stages of competence, has you go through and look at tactical behaviors, right? What are the 3 topics this person talks about? What social media platforms are they on? How often do they publish on their blog, their channel, their podcast, their Facebook group? It allows you to kind of do some market research, right? That's a freebie. And then this week's launch checklist was a 9-step. I've set up enough email lists that I know that these are the 9 steps that you need to take in order to really have your stuff dialed in, right? So I made that a freebie. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, throw me some fire emojis down in the comments, okay? And these are actually fairly simple to put together. Each freebie for me takes me probably an hour and a half to kind of put together, right? To plan it and start typing everything out. So it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It just has to be something of value, right? The more valuable you make your freebie, the more likely you're going to get somebody to say yes to that thing that you want them to sign up for, right? So that's kind of the basis of it. But we still want to make sure that they go through and they get a few of these pieces. So let me go back in here. I wasn't sharing my screen through that whole thing, was I? Of course I wasn't. So let me show you guys a couple of these freebies that I was just talking about. This is the problem with having all these different screens with StreamYard. Okay, so this was the email launch checklist, right? That has the 9 different steps. That's a freebie, right? So that's a freebie this week that I was doing. 2 weeks ago, I did these 4 pillars of marketing, right? Where I just gave some additional resources. There's some extra information that kind of goes a little bit deeper than what I talked about in the video. This is an easy freebie. And then last week we talked about modeling behavior, and this was the one that I talked about when we kind of went through that, right? So these freebies don't have to be anything crazy. They just have to be value, right? Enough to where somebody says yes. So now that we're in here, we want to make sure that we go through our settings, okay? Because in settings in Convertkit, this is where kind of the magic starts to happen. So let me see if I can make this just a little bit bigger so you guys can see this. All right, so first you have general. So when a visitor subscribes to the page, what do you want it to say, right? So show a success message or redirect to an external page, right? Well, if you're sending them the freebie, but then you want them to go to a sales page that you've made, then you would want to redirect them, right? But if all you're doing is sending them a freebie, we can instead show a success message that says, success. Now you can check your email to confirm your subscription. And then you can also change this and you can say, success, your free guide is waiting for you in your inbox, exclamation point, right? That'll be the success message they get. Now for their domain name, if you have a custom domain, which I have this as part of the checklist, okay? But you can just go through and you can just put this in as an extra whatever. So this would be the online plan, we can call it. And we can say add. And now this will be the URL for your landing page. So if you're going to put that link into a post, into a Facebook post, or into your milkshake app for your TikTok or your Instagram, that will be the link that'll take them to this landing page, right? And then the next option is the incentive. This is the actual email they receive with your freebie, okay? And so we want to send an incentive email. We want to talk about what the email contents are. And then you can also, after confirming, redirect them either to a URL or a download. So for this one, this one's going to be a download, right? So we click that download. We're going to choose a file, and then we can just pull up any of these. So I've got my freebies, and I could choose the email launch checklist, right? Or say open. And now, once they have that delivered to them, it's going to give them that exact freebie. I can also come in here and hit edit email contents. And this is the default that it's going to have. So it's going to come from Shane at operationpassiveincome.com. The subject, important, confirm your subscription. How unsexy does that sound, right? That is the last subject line we want to put in there. Instead, we want to go, yay, your free email checklist guide is here, right? We can edit this email as well. We can say, I'm so excited you decided to have your own future with email. Be sure to click the button below to confirm and download, right? This guide is the exact steps I use to make sure that our new email lists launch flawlessly. Grab your thesaurus out and use big words, make it sound good, right? This is copywriting. This is actually one of these, big high ticket skills that we can develop that'll help us all out when it comes to marketing online, right? Is copywriting. And that is the art of turning words into conversions, right? So here I would actually put confirm and download, right? It's good to have you. And then I always like to put my name, and I always like to put a little picture of myself. Sometimes it's just me. Sometimes it's a picture of me and the family, just to let them know, hey, I'm a normal person just like you guys, right? And then I make this small, I get 200 pixels wide, and I can put it down here at the end. And now we've got a much better looking email that's going to come through, right? So if anybody goes to my landing page, they put in their name, they put in their email, they want to get the free guide, they will get this immediately. Yay! Your free checklist email guide is here. I'm so excited you decided to grab your own future with email. Be sure to click the button below to confirm and download. This guide is the exact steps I use to make sure that our new email lists launch flawlessly. Confirm and download. It's good to have you, Shane, right? Very simple. It doesn't have to be crazy, but you can personalize this. And I highly recommend you do, and you take some time, let it come from your voice, and do all those things, okay? Under the advanced button, as we just kind of keep moving, there's not a lot to really have to change here. You can send the subscriber to a thank you page. Again, this is a great way to send them maybe to a sales page. I typically don't send them to a thank you page because I want them to go get it from their email, okay? And then SEO and analytics. So SEO stands for search engine optimization, okay? In here, people can still Google and find this page, okay? It is out on the internet for anybody to find. So the right title, a right description can help you be findable on Google, okay? Is it often? I'll be honest, no, but it can work. So you can title this out, right? The simple online business plan, and you can put a description on here. This free download will help you ... right? And then you can also put in an image as well so that it shows up correctly when it comes to, say you go through and you actually attach this as a post as the link in Facebook. Then it'll actually show the title, the description, and that picture as the little like bottom description. Okay. So that's kind of how that works. So when you take care of your SEO and analytics, that's going to change and reflect how it appears on social media. So these settings are very important as you put this all together. Okay. Now, if you have Google Analytics, you can actually add in your Google Analytics number. If you got Facebook Business, you can put in a pixel, all of these different things that you can actually do here. Okay. But now if we go through and we preview this, if I hit save, it's not going to look great because I didn't fill in absolutely everything, but it's got our colors, it's got our picture, it's got the form. It's basically a functional landing page. We did that in about 20 minutes, okay, with me talking about every step. So really pretty simple, okay? So we can actually go through and publish this. Well, first we're going to change this. Up here in this top corner, you can change this name. And we can say online biz landing page. And publish. Once you hit publish, right here is, again, you've got your link. You can share this directly on Facebook. You can share it on Twitter, or you can just copy the URL and you can paste it in, right? So we're going to go ahead and hit save again. Let me just double check that that domain name went through, because I don't think it did. Online biz. Add. And we're going to copy this. I just want the little bit. There we go. Okay. Save it. Publish it. And now we're good. So that part is really that simple. Okay. It's the next part that kind of gets us where we need to go. If you're getting somebody onto your email list, what you don't want is for them to get on your list and then never hear from you until you're ready to send out an email 3-4 weeks from now. Okay. They need to have something coming from you that allows them to get to know who you are, what you're about, what you're kind of offering, what's your different spin on things, right? And so we need to make sure that they've got at least a series of emails coming their way. And then you want to make that automated, because you don't want to have to remember this person signed up on this day. So 2 days from now, that one person needs that email, right? You want these things to just happen. That's why this is an email funnel. It's an automated funnel. So the first thing that we want to do is make sure that when people come through this, that they're tagged in the right way. Okay. So we can come in here to automations. We're going to leave this page and we are going to set up a new automation. Okay. And we're going to create, and we're going to say that when somebody joins a form, okay. So which form? We're going to do the online biz landing page. Okay. And then we're going to add an event. So when they do that, they're going to be tagged with something. They are added. We're just going to create a new one. This person is interested in starting an online business. Okay. Cool. So that's going to be their tag. We're going to add that action. So right now, that's all that happens, because I don't have the sequence that I need yet. Okay. So we're going to go back a little bit. We're going to save this here. We're going to say that this is the online business plan automation. But we don't want this to be live yet. First, we need to put together our sequence. Okay. So in the same automations tab in Convertkit, you have your sequences. And in your sequences, we can actually put together a whole series of emails that will actually kind of do this for us. Okay. So we're going to say this is new to online business. Okay. We're going to create the sequence. Now, as a part of the sequence, we can set this up to have multiple emails come through. Okay. I'm going to shrink this one just a tad so you guys can kind of see this a little bit. Okay. So this email, the very first one, you'll see my ASDF. This is actually my template. Okay. This one we want to go through. If you've got an incentive email, not immediately. Send it out the next day. If this is just a form that you have maybe on the homepage of your website, have it go out to them immediately. Okay, have it go out right away. But we're going to say this one's going to go out after 1 day. Okay, it doesn't matter what day, but you do have the option to not have it go out on a Saturday or a Sunday. So if they do sign up on Saturday, they would actually get that next email on Monday, if that's the way you kind of click this through. And then you can also have it go out every 2 days, 3 days, 4 days after they sign up, however you want to kind of do that. Okay. And then over here, you can add an email in to the sequence. I recommend personally a 5 email sequence that gets you where you need to go. And I'll show you why. Okay. It's time to talk about, Michelle says, I love this, changing stuff on mine as you go so I don't forget. Awesome. Don't forget, this is going to be on the replay and it's going to be up on the YouTube channel forever. So I'm glad you're enjoying this, Michelle. I love this stuff. I'm a super nerd when it comes to like marketing and this kind of thing, right? So let's talk about this email, this soap opera sequence. I actually got a little graphic here for you, okay? I'm going to walk you through this. And this is really powerful stuff. When I learned the soap opera sequence, it completely changed the game for our business because it allowed me to kind of understand how you kind of build the foundation and that excitement and get somebody to kind of follow along on this journey, right? So day 1 kind of sets the stage. And what it means by that is this is where you kind of introduce yourself and you kind of talk about the things that you do, right? So for me, my day 1 email may be like, hey, Michelle, Shane here. Super excited that you decided to grab whatever it is that you signed up for over on my free thing, right? That was a huge part for me when it came to really understanding how online business works. And had I not gone through that process, I would have never ended up being where I am today. But I promise, if you follow the exact steps that I just gave you in that free guide, you will be able to launch your business in the next 30 days. But I can tell you that it didn't happen for me right away. In fact, I went through a lot of trials and a lot of tribulations, and I almost quit. Watch out for tomorrow's email, and I'll tell you exactly what happened. Okay? So that's kind of that set the stage, right? You'll see on day 2, it talks about kind of that high drama, the backstory, and then the wall. So what do those 3 things really mean? So the high drama is the, oh my God, your hair's on fire story, right? What just happened? Oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to get to this. And that's kind of how you got to where you got and the result that you're looking to deliver somebody else. But you're going to talk about the wall that you hit. Okay. So just give you an example on this one, right? So my high drama, and this is legit. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom this in a little bit so I can give it to you like all dramatically in the camera, right? So, hey, Michelle, I told you yesterday, I was going to tell you exactly what ended up happening to me, and we almost went under. Listen, I had no idea how any of this stuff worked. I didn't know how to build a website. I didn't know how to build an email list. I didn't know how to sell a product online. But what I did know is that I was about to be let off from my job. I was about ready to be laid off, and we were going to go backwards $80,000 a year in income. And I had no idea what to do. But then in my backstory, that's when I decided that I had to make a change for myself. And I started learning about online business models, Amazon FBA, drop shipping, digital products, courses, boot camps, right? All of those different models and tactics. And I studied and I learned. And then but I just couldn't seem to figure it out. I was creating blog posts. Nobody was seeing it. I was creating videos. Nobody was watching it. I had a product. Nobody was buying it. I'm not sure what was going on. That's your wall, right? But watch for tomorrow's email. I will tell you the thing that clicked that made this all work for me. Okay. And that's day 2, right? That's that kind of high, oh man, what's going on, right? And this starts building that know, like, and trust factor because now they're investing in you, right? With the story that you're sending them. Okay. And so that takes you to email number 3, which is the epiphany, right? The one thing that I realized, right? So day 3 is, Michelle, I told you yesterday that I ran into this wall and I couldn't figure out what was going on. And that was when I realized that we didn't know who our target audience was. We were trying to sell our thing to everyone, but it wasn't for everyone. It was, in fact, really just for a small group of people. And that's when I realized that niching down was the most important. It was the one thing that we were really missing out on, right? And so in this simple online business plan, I'm going to teach you how to niche your way down so you know exactly the one person you're trying to tell. And when you're trying to tell that one person, everyone that's like them will flock to you, okay? But stay tuned, because tomorrow I'm actually going to share with you some of the hidden benefits to the simple online business plan, okay? And that's where day 4 comes through, where you're like, hey, by the way, I don't know if you know this, but here are some of the other crazy benefits that you actually get from this little program that I put together, or this product that I sell, or this thing, right? And you give them some of those hidden benefits on day 4. And then in that 5th email, you'll give the urgency call to action, right? The CTA, call to action. That is where you're like, okay, now that I've set the stage, now that I've told you my crazy story and the wall that I hit, but then that one thing that I realized was going to take me over the top, over the edge, and accomplish what I needed to accomplish. And then I found out that it had all these other benefits for me too. It's time. Come get this. It's ready for you. And that's when you convert, right? That's when you convert. So that's the 5 email sequence that you're looking to put together that delivers automatically, okay? So just going back, let me know if you guys have any questions. What do you guys think about the soap opera sequence? It's a little over the top. It's a little dramatic. But at the same time, you got to remember, we have to convey energy through the internet. We have to convey energy through email, through written word, through video. And I don't know if you guys have realized, like, if you just talk as normal on video, like, it comes off really boring. It comes off really boring. So you really kind of have to be like over the top a little bit. Your emails have to be a little over the top a little bit, right? You have to inject some of that personality into everything to kind of get it to go, right? But once you kind of put this together, and so you guys know, as a freebie on the 3rd week of September, I'm actually going to have a 5 email soap opera sequence template for you guys. Okay. So if you need that, if that template will help, it's not ready yet. I want to make sure it's good and refined. Make sure that you guys are inviting people to the group. If you're not if you're watching on YouTube on the replay, make sure you subscribe, because that'll be a freebie for you guys as well on YouTube. But I'm going to have that whole 5 sequence emails set and ready for you, right? So if we just say, write a compelling subject, right? Your subject lines, that first one where you kind of set the stage, you want to have something really good, right? Like, reason for everything I do is right here for you, right? That's a good set the stage kind of email. So I'm just going to hit publish on that one. Day 2, if I was to write a compelling email for day 2, along with, remember, this is the high drama, the backstory, and the wall, right? So this would be, this was the moment I thought I was going to quit. All right, that's a good backstory email subject, right? Charlotte says, how do you create freebies and a soap opera sequence when you sell cleaning products? Okay, so how do you create freebies and a soap opera sequence for cleaning products? I don't think it's actually that hard, Charlotte. So if I was to just kind of give you an example, let's say for a freebie, okay, maybe this free guide will actually show you all of the really terrible chemicals that you're going to find in products like Clorox, Lysol, right? What are those toxic chemicals and what are the problems they cause inside your home? And maybe what can you swap it out for? Okay. Not specifically selling your product, but more teaching people about toxic chemicals inside their home. Okay. This free guide to toxic chemicals inside your cleaning products. This is something that I wish I knew back then. Right. So there's an example. Okay. Let me know if this is helping, Charlotte. Now, if I was to do an email sequence on the cleaning product side, my set the stage would be something along the lines of, I never realized what I was cleaning my home with was actually going to hurt me and my family. You think that as you're cleaning your home with common products that you buy from the store, that things are going to end up clean, not poison you. But that's when I found out this, right? Stay tuned for tomorrow, and I'll tell you exactly what I ran into inside the home, right? And day 2, your high drama backstory in the wall was once I realized all the poison that was inside my house that I was spraying on everything, these are carcinogenic chemicals that could give you cancer. And I was like, oh my gosh, what in the world am I going to do? What else is there to find out there, right? And on a budget and on something that I wasn't going to spend crazy money on. That's when I knew that I had to find something better. And I searched and I searched and I kept running into a wall. But that's when I found this one thing, right? Going back to our sequence. That's when I found this one thing. Stay tuned for tomorrow, right? And then that epiphany email. This is when, man, this was my savior, right? Maybe that's your subject line. This is my savior. That's when I found this one thing. And from there, all of that changed. And you just kind of bring it in with your cleaning chemicals, right? And then the hidden benefits behind it. And then that urgent call to action, right? The urgent call to action could be an order with a throwaway. I want you to go through your house, and if you have anything with a bottle in your house that has this chemical, throw it away and get a hold of me, and I'm going to tell you exactly what to replace it with, right? Urgent. Don't leave it in your house another minute. Let's go. Okay. So that's how I would probably build out a soap opera sequence around cleaning chemicals, right? Cleaning products. So I hope that helped. I didn't expect to go into a very specific one, but I think that's pretty good. All right, let's sneak back over here. And we'll just say that all of these we're going to publish real fast, right? That's the moment that I thought. And so now we put together our 5 email sequence. We can come back to our automations. We've got our online business plan automation, and I can click on it to edit. And I can say that as soon as somebody signs up for this, we're going to set up an action, and we're going to set them up on this new to online business email sequence. Okay. And it is now officially ready. So if anybody goes over to that landing page, which if we were just to go pull it real fast, online biz landing page, I want to hit publish. And we were to copy it. You guys will actually see that it is up and running. Okay. And I can even put in my first name, Jane. We're going to have it go to Operation Passive Income email. I don't want to put in my phone number. I'm just going to hit subscribe. Success. The free guide is waiting for you in your inbox. Let's go check my inbox real fast. I'm not going to show you guys my full inbox. I'm just going to let you know that right now ahead of time. Okay. All right. And boom. We just got it. Right there is the email checklist, because I put in the email checklist because I don't really have the online business one done. That's going to be something I'm actually going to do, just so you guys are aware. I am working on the simple online business plan, which is a walkthrough of how to start a business online, whether it's affiliate marketing, whether it's drop shipping, whether it's Amazon FBA, the simple business plans that you can put together on how to just start a business online, right? That's kind of the plan. And then from there, guys, those 5 emails will actually come through automatically to your customers, and you don't really have to do anything about it, right? So let me show you guys a couple examples, okay? So I'm going to log back into our other one because it's a lot more developed, because we've been working on that business for a couple years, okay? And I want to show you guys a couple sequences that we actually have set up. So under our sequences, we've got several, okay? These are all different email sequences that all trigger in a different place when somebody comes through, okay? So just for our normal new subscriber sequence, right now we have 93 people currently going through this one, right? It's got a 59% open rate, a 13% click rate. Those are really good numbers, okay? When it comes to email, a 20 to 25% open rate is pretty good. And even a 1 to 2% click rate is actually pretty good, okay? So, but new subscribers tend to do things pretty simply, right? So we've got a hi there and welcome. And this is kind of the introduction, right? So this is a story email. There's my beautiful wife, okay? And then, hey, so glad to have you. This is where we kind of talk a little bit more about what we do, okay? Top tip. So this is actually going to send somebody over to a video. So if you were to go click on this here link, that sends them to a YouTube video. The next one takes them into a blog, right? How to overcome no's. This is a blog post send. The next one is how do you stay consistent in the thing that we teach you about? Well, we actually have, this is the first time that we actually sell them a product, right? So we take 5 emails to go through and sell a product, and then 2 more emails to sell 1 more product, and then to get on our membership, okay? So that's a 7 email sequence over the course of, so there's 1 immediately, 1 the next day, 1 the next day, so that's 3 days, 1 2 days from there, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 7 emails over 13 days is how we have that one set up, okay? Now, we have a different one for when somebody does sign up for our academy. That's a 5 email sequence, but it's all educational. There's not a sale to be had in there. It's just making sure that our new members have the resources that they signed up for and they know how to find things, right? Another one, we did an automated script training, email training. That was a 4-day sequence with 5 emails. Another one was a 0-day sequence. Some of these are even just a single email, right? To where it's automated. But that's kind of the benefit of creating your email funnels. And once you start to make one and you kind of get it as some practice, making the next one's that much easier, right? Making your 12th one, your 100th one, it's a whole lot easier. And it gets easier as you go, okay? If you guys have any questions at all for me, leave me a question down. I'm happy to go through and answer any questions for you guys. I'll also be in the comments section afterwards. It is Friday night, so I think me and Janet are going to take the rest of the evening off. We're going to play some music, hang out a little bit, maybe have a drink, maybe not. We'll see. But I hope that this was helpful for you guys, okay? If you haven't signed up yet, Convertkit is doing a Grow Your Audience Challenge. They are actually paying bonuses to get people onto your email list. You can get 10,000 people on your email list. They're going to pay you like $2,000. It's pretty crazy. Pretty excited about it. But that's why I wanted to really focus in this month on email marketing. So I just hope that we made this as easy as possible to follow along. I know we kind of bounced around a little bit, but I'm going to have a lot more trainings on email marketing coming through here as just short clips where some of these tutorials are a little easier to follow. So I will have more of those out by next week. And then next week, we'll actually dive into a little bit of a different topic, but we're going to keep it on the email marketing side. So stay tuned for that. Michelle, I appreciate those fire emojis. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be back with you guys next Friday. Make sure if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, bell notification so you know when I go live and when I post a new video. I post a new video every Monday doing a Reddit passive income Q&A, and every Thursday with a new training video that's a little shorter It's not me rambling for an hour. So make sure you guys subscribe, and then I will see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.